To do this, Mary contracts with Rajesh, a product owner who will work with a team to build the website using Agile Scrum. Agile Scrum produces the highest business value in the shortest time by developing products in an iterative, incremental manner. Each iteration or short development cycle is called a sprint. Each sprint is typically a few weeks long and involves requirements definition, product design, coding, and testing. The end result of every sprint is a potentially shippable product. So after the first sprint, Mary will have a live website that includes the functionality that she needs most. Each sprint after that will improve the website a bit more, incrementally building on top of each other. Prior to the first sprint, Rajesh meets with Mary. They use CA Agile Vision to document and manage her requirements in a product backlog. The product backlog outlines the project's timelines and priorities. Managing the product backlog is called backlog grooming. Requirements in Agile are called user stories because they are focused on what the customer or user needs. They are presented in a canonical form that emphasizes the customer. Once the product backlog is fully groomed, Rajesh starts a sprint planning meeting. Rajesh gathers his team together, and this includes Tammy, a Scrum Master, and the Scrum team. As Scrum Master, Tammy facilitates the sprint planning meetings. She also ensures that the project runs smoothly by removing any obstacles that prevent the team from doing their work. Rajesh presents the sprint's goal to Tammy and the Scrum team. The first sprint will focus on getting a basic website up and running so that Mary can start making money as soon as possible. The team reviews the prioritized product backlog and hones the user stories by asking the product owner for more details about them. They also size the stories in order to determine what stories will fit into the sprint. Tammy moves the high-priority stories from the product backlog to the sprint backlog. The sprint backlog defines the scope of Sprint 1. The team determines that they can work on 4 high-priority stories: creating a website, developing description pages for Mary's most popular toys, creating a checkout page, building a smartphone app for mobile purchases. Once the sprint backlog is complete, the Scrum team starts working on the user stories. Every day during the sprint, Tammy convenes the daily stand-up, a quick meeting where everyone answers 3 questions. What did you do yesterday? What will you do today? What obstacles are impeding your progress? Tammy records all progress in the sprint backlog. As the team does their work, she updates and shares the sprint burndown graph with the team. This graph highlights the progress made in the sprint and how much work is remaining. When all the sprint's work has been completed, the Scrum team presents the first sprint's deliverables to Mary in the end of sprint review meeting. After reviewing everything, Mary, Rajesh, and the Scrum team all agree that the website is ready to go live. Mary's toy store is now online. Now that customers can shop on the internet, Mary and Rajesh talk to them in order to get feedback on their experiences. This information is used to identify new requirements for upcoming sprints. As final action of the sprint, Tammy conducts a sprint retrospective meeting with the Scrum team. Here they systematically evaluate what worked well and what did not during the sprint, identifying what can be improved in the future. The retrospective completes the sprint. After that meeting, Sprint 2 starts and consists of the same process: sprint planning, daily stand-up meetings, the end of sprint review, and concluding with the retrospective. As the sprints continue, the team iterates to quickly and continuously improve the website until both Mary and her customers are completely satisfied.